In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I hope you are doing well. Today we will discuss the exercise of Unit 2, Patriotism, English book of 9th class. Students, in our last lecture, we have discussed the half exercise of this chapter. Now we have grammar portion. In grammar portion, we have modal verbs. Modal verb is a type of verb that indicates modality and ability, obligation, wish, permission, capacity, or advice. As you can, they require another verb to complete an action. Modal verbs combine with other verbs to form compound verbs. They cannot work without main verb as they are used to indicate the modality. So here are some modal verbs and their actions. First one is can, could, may, might, would. These modal verbs are used to indicate possibility of an action. For example, he may come today. Here the may shows the possibility of an action, possibility of his coming. Next one is can, will, could, would, to indicate the ability. For example, I can speak English. In this sentence, the word can indicate the ability or capacity of speaking English. The next word is must, will, shall, to indicate the certainty, to indicate the firm conviction or sureness of an action. For example, they will play cricket. It shows the certainty about their playing cricket. The next one is might, should, ought, to indicate probability. Means it indicates the expectation or chance of happening or of an event. I might see you tomorrow. Here might shows the chance of seeing him next day. Next one is can, could, may, to indicate permission. These words are used to take approval or consent of an action. May I come in class? The next one is should, must, need, ought to indicate obligation. These modal verbs are used to show the duty, commitment, or responsibility. For example, you should not talk while eating. This is something you must need to do that. Next one is used to indicate a past habit. Used to shows the action which is used to do in the past but you are not doing anymore in the present. For example, in my childhood I used to play with toys. Means this action shows the habit of past, but this habit is not running through present. Here are some examples of modal verbs. Read it by yourself. Next activity, use appropriate modals too. First one is describe your three abilities and capacities. We have read that to define the ability and capacity, we use can, will, could, would. So you have to use these words in your sentences to define your ability or capacity. For example, I can swim, I can speak, or I can play volleyball. Next one is ask teacher's permission for going out. To take the permission, we use can, could, or may. So, using these words, we have to make a sentence. For example, may I go out? Number 3 is ask a friend to lend you a book. Would you please lend me a book? Number 4, express necessity to get up early. This shows the obligation. So we have read that to express the obligation, we use the modal verbs should, must, need, and ought to. You have to make a sentence by using these 4 words. For example, you should get up early to offer prayer. Number 5. Express duty and obligation to follow traffic rules. This sentence is also same like number 4. So we use 4 words: should, must, need, ought to show the obligation or duty. So you must follow traffic rules. Number 6. Share some past habit. We have read that to share our past habit we have to use used to. Used to show our past habit that is no more in present. For example, I used to go to park. Means in childhood I used to go to park, but now I am not going there. Students, you have to repeat this activity, make your own sentence and practice it. Our next activity is identify the kinds of following sentences. The first one is exclamatory. Exclamatory sentences express sudden and strong emotions and feelings. These sentences always end with exclamation mark. For example, how beautiful this city is. This sentence shows the wonderness after seeing the beauty of a city. Second is assertive. Assertive sentences or affirmative sentences. These sentences are also known as declarative sentences that explain simple sentences or state facts. For example, in her spare time, she enjoys writing. This is a simple sentence. Or he plays cricket. Next one is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are used to ask the question or request to some information. These sentences always end with question mark. For example, where are you going tomorrow? Or do you play cricket? Next one is negative sentences. Negative sentences indicates negations, denial, disagreement, and usually use not or no words. For example, I haven't read this book. This is a denial of reading a book. I have no pen. This is a negation of having a pen. He is not going to school. Our next type of sentence is imperative sentences. Imperative sentences are used to make requests or instructions or issue commands or orders. For example, obey your parents. This is a command or order to obey the parents. Don't go there. This is a command for the prohibition of going there. Please open the door. This is a request to open a door. So, here is your activity that you have to read the sentence and decide that the sentence is actually fall in which category among 5: exclamatory, assertive, interrogative, negative and imperative. So first one is art is another subject in which I am particularly interested. So this is a simple sentence. So we can categorize this sentence as assertive sentence. Number 2, what a beautiful painting. This sentence shows the wonderness of the beauty of a painting. This sentence is also end with exclamation mark. So we can categorize this sentence as exclamatory sentence. Number 3, teach him to learn. This sentence shows a command to teaching him. So this sentence can be categorized into imperative sentence. Number 4, how would I know? Here at the end of this sentence, question mark shows this sentence belongs to interrogative category of sentences. So how would I know also showing a question or asking a question to someone. So we can categorize this sentence as interrogative sentence. Number 5, she did not make a false statement. Here the word not shows the negation. So this sentence can call a negative sentence. Our next activity is punctuate the following. This paragraph is taken from your text, so you have to do this activity by yourself. Our exercise is completed now. Students, in our next video we will discuss the translation of next chapter.